50% match up to 5% of salary. 50% match up to 5% of salary. Huh. What the hell does that mean? Well, today we're going to find out. Okay, so 401k matching. 1,000-foot overview. 401k matching is when your employer puts in a certain amount of money into your 401k account every time you put in money into that account. This is seen as a perk provided by the company and provides an incentive for you to contribute to your 401k. Not every company that offers a 401k plan is also going to provide a matching program. And there's a whole range of good and bad plans that are out there. This is a competitive edge that companies will offer, and some companies' plans will look poor in comparison to others. So what does that word matching mean? Matching just means that for every dollar that you put into your 401k account, there's a set rate at which your employer will also put money into that account. For example, a 50% match means that for every dollar that you put in, your employer will put in 50 cents. A 100% match means that for every dollar that you put in, they'll also put in $1. There's no rule of thumb as to what this number should be. It's really up to the company, and they could even do above 100%. So limits. Can you just do this for as much as you want? Not quite. Company plans usually come with some kind of limit, usually based on some percentage of your base salary. For every dollar that you put in up to that percentage threshold, the company will also provide a match. You're free to go past that limit, and I encourage it, but past that limit, the company will no longer be putting in money into that account, at least for that current year. So let's jump into a couple examples. Let's start out with the easiest example, the dollar for dollar match. This means that for every dollar that you put in, your employer will put in $1 as well. As we were saying before, this is known as a 100% match. In this example, let's say that you make $50,000 and your employer will match dollar for dollar up to 5% of your salary. 5% of your salary is going to be $2,500. And so for every dollar that you put into your account, up to $2,500, your employer will also put in $1. This means that when you've reached that $2,500 limit, your employer will also put in $2,500. Now for a second example, let's take those same numbers, except let's say that they only match 50% of those contributions. So they'll match 50% of contributions up to 5% of your salary. 5% of your $50,000 salary is still $2,500, but for every dollar that you put in up to that $2,500, they'll only put in 50 cents. And so by the time you've reached that limit of $2,500, your employer will have only put in $1,250. So as you can see, increasing the employer contribution rate or increasing the threshold at which those contributions stop are both ways that the company can improve a 401k match. So what's the catch? Is this really that good? Well, unlike most things in finance, this actually is one of those things that's as good as it sounds. This is about as close to free money as you can possibly get out there. There is one caveat though, and that's called vesting. Vesting means that that employer match contribution isn't really yours right off the bat. It slowly builds up over time, and the rate at which it does that is called the vesting schedule. This is something that your employer will have to publish, but a common one might be something like over the course of 5 years. This means that after the first year, you'll only get 20% of those employer contributions if you chose to leave the company then. If you stayed for 2 years, you'd get 40%, then 60%, 80%, and if you've stayed for 5 years, you get 100% of those contributions. Each employer contribution doesn't have its own vesting schedule. It's fairly simple. Just find where you are on the vesting schedule, and then all employer contributions are subject to that amount. In our example here, if you've stayed at the company for 5 years, all past and future contributions will be fully yours if you left the company. Now, vesting sounds like it might kind of suck if you want to leave the company, and that's its purpose. It's there to provide an incentive for you to stay with the company. But if you like your company and plan on staying there for a long time, this isn't really something that you should worry about. So that's really the basics of the 401k match. And I hope this demystified some of the numbers that you might be seeing from your company plan or companies that you're looking at. If you like this video and would like to see further topics on anything financially related from personal finance to investing, please like this video and consider subscribing. Thank you.